Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, witches, wizards, and children old enough to listen to explicit content, welcome back to another episode of All the Things Harry Potter. It's the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Harry Potter series with a cauldron of craft brew on the side. I'm Nate.
And I'm Jade.
And this week we're going to be getting into Chapter 15 of the Chamber of Secrets, Aragog.
Ugh.
Yeah.
This chapter, a little rough. Before we get into it, though, a little bit of news. First off, it was announced that the first ever Harry Potter flagship store is going to open in New York City in the summer of 2020. It's going to span 3 floors and over 20,000 square feet.
Holy shit.
Making it the largest collection of Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts products in the world under one roof.
Oh, fucking cool.
Yeah.
Wait. Those of you who listen to our All the Things Sort of Truth show know this, but I want to get my hands on a sword in a pretty bad way. We're waiting for the store to open for the Sword of Truth right now, and I'm crossing my fingers that I can get a sword for that, but could I potentially get my hands on the Sword of Gryffindor?
I mean, you very well might. They're going to have a brand new range of house wands with a design exclusive to the New York location.
Oh, that's cool. So, wait, so we're not talking about a toy store. We're talking about a Harry Potter memorabilia and, I was going to say paraphernalia, but that's not quite the same thing. But it's a Harry Potter store, not necessarily a store just for toys.
Right. It's the largest dedicated Harry Potter store in the world and will become a must-visit fan destination where Harry Potter enthusiasts can engage with interactive experiences and numerous opportunities as they step into the magic.
That's cool. So, probably a bring your wand place?
Yeah, I would think so. Or buy one there, probably.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So wait, did you also say that there was house-specific wands?
Apparently, they're going to have some, but you won't be able to buy those wands anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're having a little bit of an issue because apparently there were a group of people who were voting against the storefront design because it has a fiberglass dragon with a clock and 2 backlit Harry Potter signs and 6 flagpoles that look like wands. But the problem is that it's a historical building in an area, and so stuff like that isn't normally approved. Like, you have to go through a process to get it approved, and the people who they're trying to go through are saying that it's inappropriate signage, and they're not really a big fan, apparently, so far.
Yeah, I can see where you kind of have split hairs on that. I think as long as the integrity of the building is left alone, I think it should be fine, but I need to see a picture of the sign to really be able to judge. But still, I would like to see this store, and I'd hate for something stupid like a sign to stop that.
Yeah, I'll post a picture of what they're proposing it look like up on the Instagram so everyone can see and tell us what you think. But that's going to be voted on later this month whatever is going to happen with the sign. So we will have to keep you informed on that.
I want my sword, so let him keep the sign.
The other piece of news that we have is just that it was also announced there's going to be a documentary and an exhibition based on the Fantastic Beasts and the Wonder of Nature. The exhibition is going to open in London's Natural History Museum, and the documentary is going to be narrated by Stephen Fry.
He's the guy that did the UK version of Audible.
Right.
For the whole Harry Potter series. The one who couldn't say pocketed.
Right.
Pocketed it. Oh, that is hard to say. Fuck.
And that's going to be on the BBC. And it's basically just talking about the kind of the parallels between magical creatures and real ones and how they're magical in the real world, too.
I mean, I like cheese, but that had a little extra. Still, though, we got to check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all I got.
All right. Well, I guess it's time for the synopsis then. Hated it.
Yeah? Whole chapter, just
Whole
Trash it?
chapter. I think it's completely unnecessary. I think J.K. Rowling did everyone a disservice by putting this in her book. Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic. I fucking hate spiders, dude.
Yeah.
This whole chapter is my worst nightmare. But I believe the quote is, "Wall of spiders?" Yeah, see? No. If Harry was like, "Hey, buddy, you want to come to the woods with me and chase down some spiders?" Sorry, dude, you're on your own. You are on your own. Can't help you. Go
Well,
find out what you can find out. But no, I hated this. I hated all of this. Everything about this.
You and Ron, I think, are right on the same page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would react exactly the same way, too. Just mouth open in terror, unable to move or speak or do anything. I actually think I would probably black out. Not black out, pass out.
Just be done.
Yeah.
You would let them eat you.
I would faint like an 1850s lady.
Oh.
Yeah. Just done.
I would protect you, baby.
Well, thank you. Somebody needs to, because I would be helpless.
Well, the chapter starts, and summertime's coming, apparently. Fast and hard.
Innuendos aside, we skipped a lot of time within the past 2 chapters. It was just the onset of winter, right? And then it jumped to spring, and now we're full into summer in like 2 or 3 chapters.
Hermione's not around. There's nothing to talk about.
There's just nothing else interesting going on. Harry and Ron played a bunch of matches of wizard chess, and
They were teen boys. That's,
yeah.
I mean, lots of farting and laughing. But even though plants are in bloom, things are getting warmer, it's going from gray to blue, things are different without Hagrid and Dumby.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel the same. And I mean, Hagrid's been pretty close to Harry this whole time, but I also feel like he goes for weeks at a time without really talking to or seeing Hagrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just weird because he knows there's no Dumbledore or Hagrid there.
Maybe for Harry, it's more of a, I know that there was at least 2 adults here that had my back. I mean, he has a couple more that like him and that will usually come on his side, but he knows that Hagrid and Dumbledore were for sure batting for him whenever they could.
Yeah, they are on his side.
Nobody else in the school for sure is that way to Harry.
And the only other person we know of for sure that's looking out for students in the school is Madame Pomfrey. Visitors are now banned from the infirmary. Harry and Ron try to go up there, and she basically turns them away, saying, "No, we're not even letting anybody in. The attacker could try to come back and finish off the job. The door literally stays closed. Nobody comes through."
It's cool, extra precautions. I don't know why they feel like this person could come back to kill people, because that's not exactly its MO so far. Why would they think it even cares?
Well, nobody's been attacked in the hospital wing yet either, was my first thought. Like, everybody's there. Nobody's going to get attacked there. There's a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
Typically, it's been happening to people who were stragglers. They were by themselves. They were in a hallway. You only find 1 or 2 people in once, and one of them was a ghost, so who knows the implications of all that.
Yeah.
But mainly, all of these people wandered off by themselves, and that's what got them caught. So you'd feel like just being in the hospital wing with all the other people there, they'd probably be fine.
Right, and they're being watched constantly.
Right.
By somebody. There hasn't been a teacher attacked.
No, there hasn't.
Like a ghost was, but a teacher hasn't. So that kind of implies to me, if an adult came face to face with whatever the fuck this was, it might not stand as big of a chance.
Right. But unfortunately, the mood is so fucking tense there, which, I mean, we can all understand, at least I feel like I can, that even if somebody laughs out loud in a hallway, it seems out of place, and they quickly shut up because they feel like it's out of place too.
Yeah, everyone probably looks at them and they're like, shit, sorry.
You're all in mourning. I apologize. I'm an asshole.
Harry keeps thinking about the things that Hagrid and Dumbledore told him right before they left. And he's confused about Dumbledore's, even though I feel like most of what he said was kind of straightforward.
I like the point you made in our last episode where the first thing that Dumbledore said made sense.
Yeah.
Before he left the room, he's like, yeah, but I won't be gone until every other person that's loyal to me is also gone as they're taking him away. So yeah, he could say that defiantly to the people arresting him. But the second thing he said about help will always be given to those who ask for it at Hogwarts, well, that's a little harder to figure out.
And it's fucking weird.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially we don't know for sure that he was aware that Harry and Ron were in the room underneath the invisibility cloak, but it's fucking Dumbledore. So can we all assume he knew they were there?
Yeah.
What are they supposed to do with that information then? Hagrid's is more direct.
Yeah.
If anybody wanted to find out about some stuff, they just need to follow the spiders. And Harry's like, okay, crack that code. But he can't find any fucking spiders.
Yeah, they're all gone apparently. I do think the part about help will always be given to those who ask for it is maybe a little bit more confusing, even though I would think there's a whole bunch of people there that you could ask for help. But he has talked to McGonagall a few times and been like, yo, Malfoy, right?
Right.
And she's been like, no, man. Maybe that's why that is confusing. And he's not just like, oh yeah, duh. I could just ask for help if I need it.
I kind of figured if Dumbledore knew that they were in the room, he was taking a wide open shot at Harry. Hey, remember that time that I asked you to my office and then asked you if there's anything you wanted to tell me and you told me no and fucking lied to me? Well, now help will always be given to those who ask for it, asshole. If you needed something, you should have brought it up before now. Now I can't help you because I'm not at the school.
Or at the very least, fucking bring it up, dude, because, like, I'm leaving, see?
Yeah. Now you don't have me to talk to, and I tried to talk to you. You gotta talk to somebody because you can't do it by yourself. But you're an idiot 12-year-old who thinks you can solve all of the problems by keeping secrets.
Which is, I think, the most frustrating part of most of this chapter, too, because they keep being like, can't figure it out. And I'm like, because you're not supposed to?
Right.
I don't understand how the 12-year-old is getting farther with this mystery than the adults are. Harry keeps trying to find the spiders, though.
Right. And Ron reluctantly helps him. But Ron, much like me, fucking hates spiders. So I don't think he's really putting much effort in.
No, he's like, oh man, guess we can't go because we have to be escorted by the teachers. Damn.
Right.
That sucks.
He just points out everything that's a hindrance. But I mean, it's true. They can't just go off by themselves like they normally do because they have to be escorted by a teacher. And this happens a lot in this chapter. So the first class we get to is potions. I would fucking hate to wake up first thing in my day and have to go to potions with Snape.
Yeah, that would not be a great way to start it.
Your least favorite teacher first thing in the day. I mean, you could argue you're getting it out of the way. So at least the rest of your day would be a little bit better. But I kind of feel like Snape is a dude who would drag you down and leave you there.
Well, and with the Slytherins. It might be a little bit more bearable if you were doing it with, say, the Hufflepuffs or the Ravenclaws, because who knows, maybe Snape isn't as harsh in those classes because it's not such a Slytherins are good, Gryffindors suck.
I think he would probably favor Ravenclaw.
That could be. Maybe it's more spread out, so it's less concentrated. Maybe he's shitty all around to everybody, but not as shitty.
Well, Slytherin and Gryffindor, we know, are like rivals.
Yeah.
So you're probably right. He probably just doesn't care that much about Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff.
Yeah, so he probably just kicks back in those lessons and he's like, read the blackboard. I'm taking a fucking nap, guys.
Right. Well, in Potions, Harry hears Malfoy brag about how his dad got rid of Dumbledore.